on Iwtv News.
Their story in pictures, victims of sexual assault, an emotional journey. Welcome to the 21st Century Technology Open House. The Reavers, par for the course, playing golf, teeing it up in windy conditions. His career in Reaver country, pure as the driven snow. Goodbye to a difference maker.
From the campus of Iowa Western, you're watching Iwtv News.
Welcome to Iwtv News. I'm JJ Davis. Now, we start things off with a very difficult subject, a topic for discussion I'm sure we can have on this day and on any day for that matter. And let's face it, it's not always easy. Here's Iwtv student Tapiwa Machegwa.
Sexual assault is a topic that raises questions. As uncomfortable and intimate as the subject might be, sexual assault needs to be discussed. Iowa Western is doing just that by highlighting Sexual Assault Awareness Month.
Sexual Assault Awareness Month is a month that's recognized on a national level. Basically, just what it says, it wants to bring awareness to sexual assault, who it affects, what it looks like, because there are some misconceptions about what qualifies as sexual assault, and just anything else that can really wrap up into sexual violence, because that goes beyond the assault aspect as well.
Students in the cafeteria talk about how the school is helping them be more aware.
Iowa Western provides a lot of resources for us to figure it out. I know I've seen signs around campus, like there's the mural over there, and then there's like signs about like a group that's coming in to talk about it, and then when we do housing orientation, they talk about it. So it's really like, we're really informed about it, I guess I would say.
The school has done a lot of things to raise awareness around the campus. It brings groups to discuss sexual assault.
I don't remember the name of it, but they put on like a skit of somebody that got sexually assaulted, and then they asked questions that the audience asked.
To having a mural up in the cafeteria of local people who have volunteered to tell their story.
The display is brought to us by Catholic Charities, which is a local organization. They are a domestic violence and sexual assault shelter. So they take in victims and survivors, try to get them back on their feet. They help them with counseling, and if they need, legal support, they help them with all of that. Some of them, as you can see, they show their face and they tell their story, while others are maybe not as comfortable and decide to hide their face, but still share their story, which is very empowering and very impactful, to anyone who is a survivor or to those who aren't, because again, it just kind of brings awareness that sexual assault happened. Sharing
the stories of those who have been affected by sexual assault and talking about it is very powerful. For your IWCC News, I'm Tapiwa Machegwa.
Thanks to Piwa. Now to some people who also save lives. And they're always at the ready because they never know when the call's going to come in. Now these very special people need your help. Here's Iwtv student E.J. Wren.
Central Fire Department Council Bluffs is giving back to its community. This firehouse, along with other city fire departments, has teamed up with Iowa Western. The campus is collecting household items for Boys Town, Iowa. The items will be distributed all over the state and given to families in need.
We are helping with the Healthy Families Drive. We are on Team Red or Fire, which works with the Council Bluffs Fire Department, to help collect donations to give to Boys Town, Iowa.
I think it's a great way to give back to the community because we're collecting items that normally don't have drives, and so that way we get to reach out to a whole set of new people, and I think that's a great way to give back to the community.
I spoke to Iowa Western students to get their reactions.
Yeah, it's good because you never know what people are going through these days, so it's a good thing that the fire department is stepping up and Iowa Western is helping donate or send household things to Boys Town, so that's a good thing.
I think that they focus this drive more on household items because they're trying to help people who maybe just got out of a bad situation and have to move quickly and they don't have any of those supplies. Plus, I think there are other organizations that focus more on the food aspect and not as many that look at the kind of the products that are needed.
So I help collect around campus and the bins, kind of advertise it, but we've been having these drives every Saturday at Super Saver from about 11 to 2. And we just have preset bags that we try to sell to customers, and then they just go in this bin and we collect them at the end.
There are different locations around Council Bluffs. We have quite a few on campus. We have them in Stewart Hall, Kinney Hall, Ashley, the Student Center. We also have donation barrels on all 4 of our center locations. And we partner with Super Saver. So we've been there the past few Saturdays accepting donations at those locations as well.
With your IWTV News, I'm EJ Wren.
Thanks, EJ. On the links at Bentry, the Iowa Western golf teams tee it up. But next up, never stop learning. These students agree when we come back.
From the campus of Iowa Western, this is IWTV News.
Okay, it's decision time. I want flexibility, more doing, hands-on experience, and working sooner. I gotta make a choice. I want to get started, now. Find your path at iwcc.edu and get hands-on real-world experience. Start now at Iowa Western.
Listen, I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you judge me for having a problem. No one is going to know that I need help. I need help. I know that no one is going to judge me for having a problem. I realize that I'm not perfect, but it all really started to change because you listen.
Of course, it's always great to get a college degree, especially this day and age. But what if you get out into the world and suddenly you realize, I want to do something else? Now, where do you go? What do you do? How about Iowa Western?
Because what would that probably be?
The door is always open in Reaver Country.
I don't want you guys to get tripped up by that.
Iowa Western offers 2-year degrees in over 100 programs. Also on the menu at iwcc.edu, continuing education.
We provide continuing training to really anyone in the community. We offer training for underemployed to get the skills to help them maybe get a better job or to just rise up in their current employment, as well as training for unemployed.
Training is well underway for a welding certificate. This one-semester program is offered at the Council Bluffs and Clarinda campuses.
Some of them are here to change careers, and I've had people in here that are already working as a nurse, and they've decided to change careers. I've had people here with a master's from Princeton. Other guys sometimes might be 23, 24-year-old, and they really haven't had a skilled trade, and they've decided they really need to do something, and welding's been interested.
Before we come in here, we read out the book and learn some material, and then we come in here and then we practice. I started welding when I was in 4-H, and I just enjoyed it, and I got the 4-H welding award along next to a guy, so we tied for it and we both got it. So I just enjoyed it and I want to keep going with it.
I'm a senior in high school still, so my dad taught me how to weld probably 8 years ago, or when I was in 8th grade. So fell in love with that, just wanted to do something with my life in welding.
Doing something with their lives in phlebotomy as well. Students are learning how to draw blood and more.
The students are required to take a minimum of 200 hours here in the class. 120 of it is hands-on, and then they go to the hospital, and then they work and get some hands-on training, and they come back. We actually have quite the variety come in. We have a lot of people who have gone out and tried other things, and then they come back and they've decided they want to try something with the medical field. They want to take care of patients, and this is a great step. We start poking each other at the very first.
I've been in the food industry for probably about 10 years. The medical field's always interested me, but I'm not a full-time student person. I tried to take, get a 2-year or 4-year degree, and that's just not me. So this 8-week course has definitely been intriguing, and there's a lot of doors that can still be opened with it.
So before my test, I'm a single mom with 1 kid. I lost my job and I needed to find something more stable.
You just don't know.
Not only is it going to be more stable, but there's always a progression. You can always move up and go further and go further and go further.
15 to 20,000 non-credit students look to go further and pass through the continuing education programs at Iowa Western each year.
We have a great program called Education to Employment, and it's a funding source through the state of Iowa that helps individuals that are low income get training through continuing education for free if they qualify.
And so, the door is always open in Weaver Country. Continuing education courses are offered at all 5 campus locations. Iowa Western offers something for everyone. Everybody wins. On that note, have you ever been to Kinney Hall? I mean, that place is spotless. And the technology on display, second to none, period. Here's Iwtv student Zach Musil.
Want to know how to weld, learn about electronics, or just mess around with robotics? See all this and more at the Industrial Technology Open House. Take a tour and see some hands-on demonstrations by both professors and students.
We had our Industrial Education Technology Fair here at Kinney Hall, and we had several industry folks in here, and we also had several of the instructors here as well for the different CTE programs.
With the many programs that are being discussed, one is gathering a lot of buzz. Photonics is one of the newest programs coming to Iowa Western and has many excited.
Photonics is the study of lasers and optics. Optics are any type of glass that reflects or refracts light. So it'll be a comprehensive study of all the various types of lasers, as well as different mechanisms that we use, glass or other types of lenses, in order to focus that light.
Many students find that Iowa Western helps with their future and careers.
Yeah, I started right out of high school at that job and then started coming to Iowa Western afterwards. So the job and Iowa Western both helped prepare me for the future.
Many majors are showcased during the event. It is important to note that this field is ever growing. For your Iowa Western Television, I'm Zach Musil.
Thanks, Zach. All right, now it's time to clear our heads and just feel the breeze a little bit. You know, it really hasn't been easy this spring. Spring? Did somebody say spring? Here's Iwtv student Devin Holcomb with a taste of spring. Thanks, Devin. We needed that. Say it ain't so, Snow. Goodbye to the head cheerleader. But first, off the tee at Bent Tree. The Reavers tee it up in windy conditions. After the break.
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
Bye-bye.
Hi. Hoping for a crisp breeze to help keep you alert. Oh, he took a sip of water too. That'll probably help.
You were probably gonna turn down the radio too, so you could focus, right?
Probably okay isn't okay.
Right?
If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend.
I think the water line is what really drove it home. I blew on him.
The Iowa Western men's and women's golf teams swinging away at Bent Tree. Now, despite the weather, I saw some good stuff. Now, Big Blue hosts a one-day 18-hole event. And with the weather being so up and down, anytime the Reavers can get 18 in, it's a good thing. The wind is blowing out at Bent Tree. The men set to tee off against Valley City State College from North Dakota, and the ladies in the tee box against 6 other schools.
In this, it's crazy. It's a lot of guessing. You know, you're really guessing on how far the ball is going to go, how far the wind's going to move it one direction or another. And to be honest, I've been here for 4 years. I've never seen the wind blow out of this direction on this golf course. So it's almost like we're playing a golf course we've never seen before.
Joel Durnford here and Tom Westenberger lead the way for the guys. Durnford for birdie on 16. The Australian and German both come in with rounds of 78, and the Iowa Western men's team cards a total of 285 or 3 under par to win. Cassidy Evernatis leads the way on the women's side. The Australian from the beach on 4. The sophomore then birdies the hole. Now Cassidy and Lisa Lead tie for second with 78. The Reavers finish in second place.
We've got regionals coming up in another week, or week from today is when we play, so we wanted one more chance to compete and you know, count all our strokes and do all that stuff that you don't do in practice every day, and just get us ready as we can be for regionals.
The postseason's almost here. The Iowa Western golf teams making the rounds at Bent Tree, even if it's one round, weather permitting. Now to some baseball. I mean, one day the games are on, and the next, Mother Nature just continues to wreak havoc with the schedule. Now, Iowa Western does manage to get one in at home as the Reavers just step into the box against Cloud County. Here's Iwtv student Brian Tesmer.
Iowa Western riding an 8-game win streak coming into their game against Cloud County. Bottom of the second, John Hawk starts the scoring off with this double to the gap. The Reavers are up 1-0 after 2. Bottom of the fourth, Cole Evans grounds to short, but a bad throw and he's safe. Trey Smith takes advantage, sliding in safe. Reavers up 4-0 after 4. T-Birds find some life as Ed Scott triple down the line, scores 1. Cloud County's on the board 4-1 in the top of the 5th. Then the ball gets past Hawk. Ryan Simmons makes it to first, and the runner scores. It's 4-2. Same inning now. John Hawk pops up. Catch can't be made, and he gets all the way. It's a 7-2 game after 5. Reavers get 11 RBIs on their 13 hits. Then, a hit by pitch pulls it 7-3. Ryan Simmons doubles here and makes it 7-5. Cloud County raked in 3 extra base hits on the day. Matt Bardacciu pops up, and the catch is made, but the runner scores at 7-6. But the tag made at second ends the 4-run inning for the T-Birds. From that point on, it's all Reavers. They outscore the T-Birds 6-0 on only 5 hits in the final 3.5, including this Braden Eckhout home run, and win it 13-6.
We gave away more than we took advantage of, and that's never any good. We got some when we needed to. A couple pitchers stepped up when we needed it, when we really needed them to give us that opportunity. But overall, and I know their coach agrees with me, I mean, it was pretty well an ugly game on a Tuesday afternoon for 9 innings. It wasn't pretty by anybody.
Reavers move to 27-5 on the year and get their 9th straight win. For Iwtv Sports, I'm Brian Tessman.
Next to what I've always called John Hancock Day, but we know it as National Signing Day. A lot of Reavers are moving on. Here's Iwtv student Matt Stein.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 student athletes signed with 4-year schools. The women's basketball squad kicks it off. Maya Bull signs her way to High Point, while teammate Zanaya Jackson is heading to Henderson State.
Came here and really changed my game, and I really changed it to the player I am today. And I just want to thank Coach P and Coach Benny for everything they've done for me.
Next, golf, as Parker McEachern signs with SIU Edwardsville, and Cassidy Evernaudis will tee off at Southern Miss.
I built a lot of relationships here. I didn't think I'd be able to get as close as I did with teammates, but we really did, and those be my teammates for life. So I'm really close buddies.
The Weaver softball team is next. Bree Brock signed across the river to Bellevue, Celia Valencia to West Virginia Wesleyan, Darby Zadina signs to St. Andrews, and Zoe Hicks destined for Buffalo to tally 4 for Coach Ben Greer.
Iowa Western will always have a special place in my heart. The memories that I've made off the field will stay with me so much further than the wins and losses that I've had here.
They made me feel welcomed right away, and that's kind of the reason I chose Iowa Western as well. Coach Greer, when I came on my visit, really sold the school to me, and he made me feel welcome, and so did all the girls when I first got here.
Men's basketball and Coach Johnnette's team is next. Isaiah Wade commits to Washington State, while Javon Smith signs back home to Wisconsin Green Bay. And Sean Doss makes it known he's headed to Arkansas Pine Bluff.
I mean, it taught me a lot being here. It taught me, it really made me mature as a person, changed me as a person from coming here. Coach Johnette, good coaching staff. It's a great place to come and get better.
Volleyball wraps up today. Michaela Doyle signs her way to Winthrop. Emmy Pua'a is headed to Arizona. And Ali Berzani to Tennessee Tech.
I've met friends that I'll know forever, and they'll always be my family, and just everyone here. It's just such a home here, and it's something I'm really gonna miss.
Everyone down here is so welcoming, and then it's just a really good place to get your education started too. I really feel like I've enhanced as a student and as an athlete.
Chalk up another signing day at Iowa Western. For Iwtv, I'm Matt Stein.
Thanks, Matt. And finally, a toast to a winner. Goodbye to the snowman after the break.
Schedule your campus visit today. Iowa Western. The world is waiting.
I'm always telling people how good the Iowa Western cheer team is, one of the best teams, programs in the nation each and every year. And the big reason, a guy named Jeff, but not anymore. Now, Jeff told me he's been a rah-rah guy since about 15 years of age, kind of fell into cheerleading. But like I said, not anymore.
Let's go, Iowa Western.
2016 World University Cheerleading Championships. The Iowa Western cheer team is a picture of excellence. The Reavers take home the trophy in the co-ed Premier Division. Now, the mastermind of this world title, and in the noblest art of making others happy, is leaving. Head coach Jeff Snow taking a gig with a new nonprofit group in the Bluffs.
It was something I found that I was good at an early age, and I really feel like you can help people through any medium.
Reavers on three. 1, 2, 3. Reavers!
Using myself as an example, from 17 to 20, you're really in a big time of self-discovery.
The QP to the end. Exactly what we just did.
Have this really cool chance to make a huge impact on somebody lifelong that they don't really know that that's the special time in your life where you're figuring yourself out.
There it goes.
The relationships are what matter most by a mile.
I don't want to drop.
This last year we had 4 alumni win national championships from other colleges, which is awesome. And they all were like, "Did you know I'm graduating in May?" And that was when I knew that we made an impact. I would like to be remembered as somebody that changed what we think of when we think of an athletic event at Iowa Western. I hope that I made an impact on the people I work with and the college that lasts longer than me just leaving.
And so, after 23 years of spreading cheer, 38-year-old Jeff Snow bids adieu and heads off in a new direction. Now, Jeff has left a lasting impression, a legacy in Reaver country that will be felt for many years to come.
One team! One team! One goal! One goal! One heart! I can't be stopped! I can't be stopped! I will not stop! I will not stop! I'm a Reaver! I'm a Reaver! I'm a Reaver! Reaver!
So, tick-tock, tick-tock, the clock winds down. That's the end of another show. Until next week. And so for this latest edition of Iwtv News, I'm J.J. Davis, and as always, I'll see you around campus.
Iwtv is online. Like us, follow us, watch us.